Come on, Luna. What are you howling about? What are you yelling about? I think my camera is a little scuffed up. I'm gonna clean it. Okay, I think that'll probably look a lot better. Did I flip it? Where is it going? Luna, is the camera working? Look. I think it's working. I think it's working. Hey, banana cream pie, what's up? Hey, Delia, what's up? Just watching Luna eat some grass. Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm just turning on the stream now to get started. I don't know what I'm going to do today. I have a lot of stuff that I want to do and a lot of things I need to do, but I don't know. I don't know what I feel like doing. That's the difference. Hey, Alex, what's up? Hey, Ashley. I know I got to fix Luna's table. I have to finish sanding all of those resin pieces so I can post them up for sale. What else do I got to do? I want to fix a couple of my terrariums that I have that I started setting up, and I wanted to create a new one for the roaches. I have to vacuum out my car and the RV. What else do I have to do? This is my mental list of things that I need to do. She's just eating some grass. She does that every day, and she doesn't throw up. Sometimes she does, but rarely. And I know a lot of people don't even realize this, but dogs eat grass too sometimes. They just do. Right, Luna? She's been all concerned all morning because there's that dog that's visiting across the way at the house next door. So she's been howling like all morning, and they howl back at her. Well, not the dogs, but the kids that are there hanging out at the pool. They howl back at her all the time, so then she sits there howling at them. Yeah, see? Luna. See how that table's completely falling apart now? Yeah, I gotta take it apart 100% and then rebuild it. Luna, can you quit it? Thanks. She's just trying to talk back to them. And DC, it's not, they don't always do it just because they need to throw up. Sometimes they'll eat grass enough to make them throw up, but a lot of times they just eat it because it's just something they do. You know, they graze and they eat grass too, like a lot of animals do, and most people don't realize it. So it's not always to throw up, and it's not always because their stomach hurts. I think I hear somebody at the cemetery. And you, what's up? What are you doing? You know, you're trying to find a way to run out. But if I try to put this on you, you're not gonna let me. Come here, Falcon. Falcor, come here. You wanna go outside? Come. Come here. He's like, no, I'm not letting you put that on me. Come here. I know. Here. Let's try it. Don't go catatonic. See, watch what he does once this is clipped on him. See, he just plops down. He's like, I'm not moving from this corner now. Falcor, if I go over by the door, though, he might follow me. Come on, let's go. You want to go outside? Come. He just melted into the ground. Falcor, do you want to come outside or not? Come on, what if I walk over by the door? Will you follow me? Come. He's kind of coming. He plopped back down. Come on. Come. Luna's like, I'll get him. Hey. Can you not? Go out there. Go out that door. And I'm going to go out the other door. Go. You stay out there. Come on, Falcor. Are you going to come outside with me? Or am I going to have to pick you up? Come on. Oh, he got through. Hang on, I got to fix this. I think Luna ended up pulling him, so his arm went through here. Come here. We got to fix this. There you go. Now it's better. It's not even tight. Look, like, I can get my hands under here and everything just fine. But he just, like, plops down. I don't know why. Cats mostly do that whenever you put a harness on them. It's kind of silly. Come on. We're going to go this way to go outside. Come on. This way. Luna, you stay. Come on, Falcor. He's kind of coming. Not you. You're not allowed out there. You're gonna run away, you brat. All right, I'll pick you up. Come on. I'll pick you up, and you can come with me outside. All right, hang on, guys. There's dogs and stuff, so he's not allowed to go far. That's why I'm putting the harness on him, because otherwise he's going to run off, and I don't want those dogs to get him. He sees them. Hey Hazel, what's up? Yeah, Alex, they'll get used to it eventually. That's the thing. Like as I put the harness on Falcor more and more, he gets used to it and he starts walking around a little more. The first time I put it on him, he wouldn't move at all. But now at least he walked over to the door by himself. What's for dinner? I haven't thought about that yet. I don't really have much to cook though, so I don't know what I'm gonna pick. I might just go out and grab something if I have to. What's up, dude? Sorry about the loud noise. We're like right next to my air conditioner. Like, I want to let him out and I want to let him do his own thing here and there, but I was thinking about creating like a little area here at some point where like I put up a wall that goes to each one of these poles here. So then it would be like a, you know, a wall blocking it, so I can let him out in this area by himself and he won't have to get picked on by Luna. He's just gonna sit there. I guess he's just gonna hang out. There's that bunny that lives over here too. I wonder if he's still there. Like just hanging out or not. Let's see. I don't see him. I don't know. There's a bunch of like poisonous plants out here, so I don't really want to mess with it too much, because if I break any of the plants by accident, I'm gonna start getting all itchy and gross. Get all rashy. I know, I see them, Falcor. They're gonna come get you if you run off, so you're not allowed. Look at him, he's all concerned when he sees them. He's a cute pit bull though. I just don't trust him around Falcor, obviously. And that's the dog that the guy thought was a wolf dog. When I first moved in, he told me he had a wolf dog, but it's a brown husky. Pizza? Pizza sounds good. You want to go back in? He saw the dogs and I think now he wants to go back. He's like hiding underneath me, kind of. What are you doing? Ah, there's a bunch of mosquitoes here too. Falcor's fluffy. He's not that fluffy. His uncle is actually way fluffier. Sarge, I've posted some pictures of him before, and I think I have him on a couple of videos on my channel too, especially back when I first got him, like around the time where I first got Scout. A kitchen garden? Yeah, I'm actually going to do that this year. Well, I'm going to at least get the stuff set up to do it, so if I'm still here next year, that's the plan anyway, is to have like my own food garden out here as well. But I don't know, I guess it really depends on what I'm capable of doing here. There's a neat little spot back here too, but that's usually where all the moss is growing. And I think I'm going to use a lot of that moss for, I'm going to build a couple of custom tanks that I'm going to put the bugs in. So, like for example, I was talking yesterday how I was going to get some breeding pairs of the tailless whip scorpions. So in order for me to house them, I don't want to just keep them in like a plastic bin container or like a, you know, a little glass tank like most people do. I want to actually build a wooden enclosure and set it up as a real terrarium, like self-sustaining, with the moss and the rocks and all that stuff, real plants, and then just basically have them live in there, create like little cave areas for them and stuff so they'll breed. Falcor, what are you doing? You're gonna get all dirty back there. There's another really cool little area here too. I don't know what to do with it. I mean, right now it's just a bunch of rocks, and it goes underneath my patio here. So I thought it would be kind of cool to do something down here, though. I just don't know what yet. I could even like kind of carve a big hole out of here and make like a waterfall even. It would be like really neat space. Like if I put some tables out here, look. See how it is? Like I could probably put like a cool little table out here underneath this patio area, and then these poles that are here, like maybe put up a little fence or something so that Falcor can't, like I don't have to worry about him getting messed with. And then that's my backyard fence, you know, so Luna is always right over there. And I was thinking about getting one of those things like they have, you know, at McDonald's, how they have those ball pits and stuff, and then they have those plastic things that the little kids could crawl through all the tubes and look through. Well, I was thinking about getting one of those plastic things and putting it on somewhere on my fence so that Luna can actually look through. That way she doesn't always have to be climbing. See, when he has the harness on, it's great because he's just kind of hanging out and he doesn't go take off running like he would. If I take that harness off him, he's going to run across the street and he's going to try to go look for that other cat. But yeah, anyway, there's a lot of really cool spots around the house and like cool things that I can set up and build, but I just don't know exactly what to do yet. Obviously all of it costs money, so I have to wait for me to have extra money to do that. Once I get caught up with my bills and everything, that's the plan though. Like I've been kind of going around the house and looking at all the cool little spots and looking, like trying to get ideas of things that I can do to make it better or nicer. The main thing though is I really do need to fix that patio on the other side of the house, the one that's completely falling apart, because there's a door that's in my bedroom that goes outside to the patio, and I would really love to go out there and just kind of hang out. And I can even do my live streams from there, and then my whole backdrop would be the cemetery. But it's gonna, like, I had a couple people that came out here to give quotes on taking the whole thing down and rebuilding it, and they said it was gonna be like $14,000 to do. So obviously I don't have that right now. And it's definitely going to be cheaper. Like if I fly my uncle in, he does construction and he rebuilds homes and all this stuff, so he would be the perfect person to come out here and help me rebuild it, because then I would definitely pay like a fraction of that. It wouldn't be 14 grand, but it would still be a few $1,000s at least, because I would have to know what happened. The stream died for a second. Sorry about that, guys. I just like kind of clonked out on its own, but we should be back now. What happened, Falcor? You want to go back in? Ooh, mosquitoes. Yeah, Wolf Dreamer. I don't know what happened. It just kind of like died for a second, but I got it back. What's up, Falcor? You want to go back in? I think he's done with being outside. Hang on. Let me get him set back up in here. Alright, we'll take this off you, okay? Hang on. He's been bugging me like every day to go outside, but he wants to go outside without the harness, and I can't let him do that. I don't trust him. Alright. Oh, you're asking like what I have to pay for? What do you mean? I was just talking about there's like a bunch of stuff around the house that I want to pretty much do to kind of set it up a little bit nicer, but in order for me to do that, I'm gonna have to wait till I make like extra money and get caught up with all of my bills and everything. Hey Liv, what's up? How are you doing today? Luna, you cannot go out there. Go. You guys go back that way. So for today, I don't know. I've got a few things that I plan on doing. Oh, another thing I want to do later tonight, if you guys are down, I was going to connect my, I don't know if I'm going to have to connect my CD drive or not, but if I have a video file of it already saved, I'll show you guys. There's a video, well, there's 2 different DVDs that my band came out with, and like, I don't even know if they're selling anymore or anything. I don't really see any sales for them coming through, but I figured what I could do is, like, I wanted to watch the video since I haven't seen it in a few years, and like watch it with you guys on stream, and then I can do like commentary on it and talk about it and everything else. Like, if you guys have never seen the 2 DVDs that the band put out, they're hilarious. And then I have a whole bunch of tapes that I'll show you in a minute, and they have a ton of footage that was cut from the DVD and stuff that we never put in there, and I want to show all that stuff too. But in order for me to show that stuff, I have to actually edit it and go through and, like, you know, because there's certain things that I can't show online, unfortunately. So those things always need to be cut out. But there's a lot of footage that we didn't show that can be shown. Just a bunch of fun, stupid stuff that just didn't make sense to put in the DVD, but would kind of be funny to watch, especially now, because it's been like, what, maybe 5-10 years since a lot of that footage was shot that I have. Ragdoll, yours was stolen. Who stole your DVD? But yeah, like, I know I'm not allowed to just upload the video to my channel. If I could, I would. It's like a 2.5 hour long video. But, you know, like, the band still has to make money. So if I were to just put that up, it would get me a copyright strike. But I am allowed to show it to you guys and talk about it. Because as long as I'm discussing what we're watching and it's not just something that I'm outright playing, then it wouldn't be an issue, you know? Like, legally, that's allowed. The butt plug video, yeah, that was an old school video. I actually, about a year ago, I got that video demonetized. Like, it was up for years and I never had any problems with it. And then all of a sudden, like, they just, I guess people reported it because it said, or the algorithm picked it up because it said butt plug, and it said no longer suitable for all viewers, and they kind of took it away from that video, which isn't a big deal because that video, it's not like it was like a viral video or anything, but it was just something silly that I noticed. I had it up for years, monetized, and then all of a sudden they made these updates and they just took it down. Ragdoll, your ex was jealous. You're not the first one who's told me that, actually, that they've had like either an ex or a friend or something who took away a DVD or a CD. Because I have people all the time that are like, oh, can you send me a new one? Somebody took it from me, and I wish I could, but I don't have them. I'm not the one who keeps all the merch. My singer actually keeps all that stuff, and he's got people that he manages to ship all that stuff out. So that has nothing to do with me. I wish I could, but I can't give anybody any free shit because I don't have it. Same thing with t-shirts. Like, I can't send anybody a free t-shirt because I don't have them, you know, unfortunately. And actually, there's a bunch of merch I don't even have. I've asked for it a million times, and I have to pay for it just like everybody else, which is kind of dumb. When I went to go, we put out the last CD, Blame It on the Devil, and the label made each one of the band members pay for a CD. Like, I had to actually order mine online and pay for it, which is so dumb. Like, I fucking play in the band, and I'm not making money off that DVD or CD. It's like, I might as well at least be able to fucking get one for free if I want. But that had to do with, you know, management and labels and all that stuff. Like, it doesn't have to do with anybody in my band. That's just how the company who was selling them did it. All right, what am I missing here? Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, you enjoy a good butt plug? I've never actually met or been friends with a girl who actually enjoys butt plugs. Is that like really a thing that is supposed to feel good? I mean, I just figure it would be like pooping, but backwards. And like when you have it in, doesn't it just make you feel like you have to poop a whole lot? I mean, I would think that that's the way it would work, right? But I don't know. I don't use them, so you tell me. Actually, that's a big thing that you'll probably see on my DVD is I always talk about anal. And it was just kind of an inside joke because the very first DVD that we came out with, there was like we didn't really have any rhyme or reason to it. We just wanted to put something out with all the content we had. So we sat in our warehouse and we had a director, the guy who did our Send Me an Angel video. He came in and videotaped us, and he would just ask us a bunch of questions and we would answer them. And then he would cut that in with a bunch of footage from us playing live and, but you know, backstage shenanigans and all that. But he ended up cutting up all my footage and made it like really weird and silly. Like none of the stuff I said was relative to what was going on in the footage. So just randomly there would be clips of me just being like, it's all about the anal. And it became this big inside joke because people thought that I was really into anal, but I don't really care for that, you know, like that's not really my thing. But I have a bunch of t-shirts and stuff that people made me that say anal on them, or things that have to do, like I have that other one that I got from the band Whittle Monsters, and it has like a red gremlin on the front with the band name, but then on the back it says, I fucked your butt, vengeance is mine. It's one of my favorite shirts. I got in a lot of trouble wearing that shirt out in Florida too. Like I would just wear it and forget what the back says, and then I would go out and I'd have people come up to me and start cursing me out and telling me that I'm a piece of shit because I'm wearing a funny shirt. And one guy actually threatened to fight me once. Like my car broke down and I was outside, like, you know, trying to fix my car. So the back of my shirt was to the road. Some guy actually pulled over to tell me he was going to fight me. And he was like all mad because my shirt said, I fucked your butt, vengeance is mine. I'm like, what are you so mad about? Hang on, I hear some shit. Oh, okay. I thought it was Luna. Luna, what's going on? What's all this nonsense I hear? Oh, she found a piece of chicken. It's a backyard chicken. Where'd you dig that up from? It's nice and seasoned, too. Let's watch her eat it, because that's always fun. Day-old chicken. Yeah, it has. People get offended over really dumb stuff, especially in Florida. You think that's gross, Liv? You don't even know what it's like when she comes and burps in your face after she eats one of those. Because it's like a dead animal burp. It's 10 times worse than regular chicken burp. Are you going to come get your chicken? Or are you just going to leave it? She's like super trusting of me, like that I won't take it, because any other wolf dog or dog, if there was a piece of chicken like that and you're near it, they would get all mad. I mean, I can't touch her while she's eating it because she'll growl at me and stuff, but if like me sitting this close to it is not really a big problem for her. But a lot of wolf dogs, if you get this close to them while they're trying to eat, they'll start coming up on you like they're going to attack you. But she knows I'm not going to take it because I never have. She's never had to like fight me for her food. I always give it to her, so she's cool with it. She only came at me once, and that's when I had that deer. The deer legs out here for her. She thought I was going to take it from her. She started walking towards me with those eyes, and I got really creeped out, and I was like, okay, I'll leave you alone. I was just trying to get her to come out inside the house, but she thought I was trying to take her food. And you don't know scary until an animal with power like this starts giving you that look. It'll make you back up real quick. Kind of like when I ran into those bears with the cubs. Really creeped me out. I thought that they were going to attack us for sure. If Luna wasn't there with me, I feel like they would have attacked me. It's nice and breezy out today too. It's not super hot, so she's actually enjoying being outside today, just kind of hanging out. I think there was a fly on her chicken. Yes, she is the best. Yeah, Wolf Dreamer, I have the video on my channel. Just go to my search on my channel and type in bears and you'll see the video of it. I was walking with Luna and we were walking around some mountains and a bear with her cubs jumped down on the side of the mountain and we just happened to be there on the bottom where they jumped. So I turned on my camera really quick and started walking away from them. But Luna was trying to actually get at them. Hey Vanessa, what are you doing today? How's it going? Are you just protecting it? You're not gonna eat it? Thank you, Mr. Creepy Fox. She really is a beautiful dog. Actually, it really depends on the content of the dog too. Like some states don't allow them at all, but some states actually allow you to have them, and then some of them regulate what kind of content they are. So if you have like a high content, you're not allowed, but like if you got a low content, they wouldn't bother you. Luna's considered a lower mid content wolf dog, so it doesn't really matter as long as I don't go to a state where she's completely illegal. I can have her. I don't need like a special permit like I did for my fox. So most states do allow them so long as you don't get like a high content, because when you get a high content, they're pretty much like indistinguishable from real wolves, which makes them a lot more dangerous to have for most people that don't know what they're doing, so they have to regulate it. But with Luna, she's more like a dog. If I take her outside, she gets really wolfy, but for the most part, she's mostly doggy. Especially like at home, she doesn't act very wolfy. Like she'll howl and stuff and she'll destroy things, but it's nowhere near what it's like to have a high content. They're crazy. Like a high content, you can't even really live inside your house with them. Hey, what's going on? I don't know how to say your first name. Is it Nay? Is that how you say it? I don't know why you chose that. It's hard to say. Yeah, until she becomes a land shark, for real. And Allison, sorry I like gave a timeout to your friend the other night. I didn't realize you guys were just joking around until I watched back the stream. I thought somebody was actually picking on you. So then because I just saw the comments saying like, I'm gonna kill you, fuck you, and all this stuff. So I thought somebody was picking on you, and I decided to just time them out so they would chill out. When I read back the stream, I realized you guys were just joking around. So sorry about that. Have I ever had a high content? I've worked with them, but I've never actually brought one to my house to like live with. But I've been around them many times, and they're fucking crazy. I would never recommend anybody get one as a pet. Yeah, unfortunately, Scout is no longer with us, but I don't know if you saw, Whitney's actually had a couple babies, and she might be getting a couple more soon, too. I don't plan on owning another fennec fox for a long time, if anything, but I will do a couple videos on them as soon as she allows me to. Like, right now, she won't let me come over, but if she ever tells me that I'm allowed to go over there to go check out the babies, I'll bring my camera, of course, and I'll show you guys. I just can't live stream. She doesn't have any internet at her house that's like worth a damn. I think she gets like 0.5 up and about 1.5 down megabytes. So it's incredibly bad. Like you can't even really access the internet to go search your email and stuff. It takes forever. Lucy did not have the babies. It was actually Anna, the one that we rescued from that zoo. Remember the video where her and I went to that zoo to rescue a couple of foxes? Anna, the female one that survived, she's the one who dropped the 2 current babies, and then she also had Tink, and I think Tink's about to drop a couple of babies in a couple days too, if not today. She thought it was going to be today, but I don't know, I haven't heard from her yet, so either they're having the babies today or in another couple days. But you never seen Anna Haza? She was the one that we rescued from the zoo. In, I think it was like South Carolina or North Carolina, I don't remember. We drove all the way down there one night and we did a live stream. Luna, are you gonna eat, or are you just gonna sit there guarding it? And live. I mean, the thing is, like, I love fennec foxes, and I've worked with many of them. Scout was just my first one that I've actually owned, but I don't know, like I feel like now's not a good time for me to get another one. I'm not really in the best position to take in another animal, especially one like that. Like, and I already destroyed Scout's whole room and took it apart, you know, and I made it into kind of like a craft room. I can always turn it back into an animal room. That's not a big deal for me. But I want to be able to travel a little bit more and do a couple things. And I always had a really hard time because if I went out of town, I couldn't find anybody to properly take care of him. And when I lived in Florida, it was easy because I was always either dating someone that could take care of him or my parents would come by and take care of the animals. But out here, I don't really know anyone that can help me. And the only person that I do know that can help me, she's not always available, you know, to be able to come here and take care of them. So unfortunately, right now is probably not the best time for me to get another fox. I would certainly bring other animals like that home to care for them for a short term. Like for example, the flying squirrels. I had them here for months, and then she had babies, and I let them go. But I knew that I wasn't going to be keeping them full time, or like for their whole lives. So it was a better decision for me to just care for them temporarily. So I think maybe that's the best bet. So if I do end up having like another fox here or another animal like that, I don't think it's going to be like a permanent pet. It might just be something that I'm helping out or taking care of. I do know that the guy who had Loki ended up getting another fox. I did see that. I wasn't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really like. I don't know how to say this without being a dick, but I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I wasn't very happy to see that because I wasn't really happy with the way that I saw Loki being taken care of in the first place. Like, there was a lot of foods that he was being fed that was probably not very good for him. I don't know what actually ultimately ended up killing Loki, but he definitely didn't. I don't think he lived his full life like he could have, you know, if he was fed a proper diet. So it really sucks because I love Loki's owner's channel. Like I think he's great, and I think he's really good at taking care of foxes, except for the part where he didn't fully study the diet. So yeah, he was eating like bread and pizza all the time, and whenever he would have to give him medicine, he would stick it in bread. And you know, there was just a lot of foods that I saw that wasn't really good for him. But I know he loved him, and I know that he did the best that he could with that fox. It wasn't. I don't think he was a bad owner at all. I just think he should have studied their diet a little bit better. Oh, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate that. So it's like I feel bad even talking about it, and I don't want to, like, I don't want to paint a picture like he's a bad guy because he's really not. He actually did an awesome job, and he really loved Loki. But I don't know, man. I just feel like he could have eaten better. You know, like he could have went and gotten bugs for him to eat, and you know, just raised his own food for the fox. But see now, to clear that up too. Fennec foxes are really different from red foxes. Red foxes have the ability to eat a lot bigger of a variety of foods and not get sick. I mean, especially because out in the wild, they'll go digging through trash and they'll eat human food all the time. But when it comes to fennec foxes, they have to have a specific diet, and they can't just eat cat food. You know, so people who are feeding like dog food and cat food to foxes, it's going to have problems with its liver and its pancreas and whatever else is going to start to fail early. So yeah, I think he had diabetes, but he got diabetes somehow. It didn't just come for no reason, you know. So I feel like that was attributed to the food that he was eating. So I really hope that with the new fox that he has, that, you know, he does a better job of looking into what they're supposed to eat and feeds them properly, because they should not be on cat and dog food. I do not agree with that. Like, if you feed it to them every once in a while, or you include it with their food, that's fine. But I don't think that should be their sole food. Especially not like I gave pizza to Scout. I gave him pizza crust a few times and stuff, but it was very rarely. Like maybe once a year, twice a year, he would get something like that. But I definitely gave him mostly bugs, and you know, I gave him some berries and stuff and carrots every once in a while. But for the most part, I tried to keep his diet as natural as possible, considering where I live. Like, I don't live in Africa, so I can't go and like find the exact same type of animals, but they do eat roaches in the wild and other bugs, and dubias especially are like really nutritious for them as long as you're feeding the roaches correctly. So dry food to Falcor, well, actually Falcor is mostly on wet food, and if you guys watch my videos, he's always crying for me to give him wet food when I go over to the kitchen. And I sometimes leave a bowl of dry food in there for him because he's just like a pain in the ass. Otherwise, he'll be bothering me all day to give him more dry food or more wet food. So I do leave a little bit in there for him, but for the most part, he eats wet. I have a whole huge box of wet food that I buy for him, and he actually, the reason why I switched over originally was because he broke a tooth, and I found it in my closet one day. I was in there cleaning, and I found a piece of his tooth. So I noticed he has a crack going vertically on a couple of his teeth. I don't know how the hell he did that, but somehow he messed himself up. So I switched him to wet food just so he wouldn't have to eat the hard stuff. Here you go. Talking about diets for my animals, as you can see, even Luna is not on just dog food or anything. She's eating raw meat. No, I didn't get the cracks fixed yet. I'm actually bringing him to the vet next month to go see what our possibilities are for him. I really don't want them to have to rip all his teeth out. That's like my one thing, because he's eating wet food just fine, but I don't want his teeth to rot and give him any problems. Is that good, Luna? All gone. She always has to pee where her chicken was, like she's just marking the spot. What do I think about animals being solitary like that? I don't think it's a problem as long as they're getting the proper, what's it called? Okay, so I don't know what the word is for it, but when I had Scout and he was alone, what I would do is I would make sure that I would bring in a bunch of puzzles for him and, you know, other things for him to do to keep his instincts used. And I don't know, I'm probably gonna botch the way that I say this, but if you know what I mean, if he's not just bored sitting in a room alone all the time, then I don't think that that's a problem. So any animal that's alone, as long as you're keeping them like active and using their instincts and not just sitting in a room doing absolutely nothing, I don't think it's a big deal. And that goes for any animal. Even with the foxes, like, see, Scout, I'm sure you guys saw the video where I brought Scout to hang out with all the other foxes, and he didn't really want to be with them that much. Like, he would get along with them, especially with, like, when he was hanging out with Tink. He would sleep by her and everything, but a lot of times, like, Scout just wanted to be away from her, and he just wanted to do his own thing. But, you know, Scout grew up around cats, mainly, because I had like 4 or 5 cats at home at one time, and even they kind of annoyed him. So it really depends on the situation. Like, if you're just, like I said, if you're keeping them alone and they're just bored all day and you have to go to work and you leave them at home alone, like, even for cats, that's not good. But if you're constantly playing with them and keeping them active and, you know, having different activities for them to use their instincts, I think that they do just fine. And the same thing goes for ferrets. Like, yeah, they'll do great if they have partners, but I think that if you're playing with them all the time, you are their partner, so they end up, you know, being just as fine as one that had, you know, multiple ferrets that they were living with. One thing I did notice, though, with dogs, when you have a dog in multiple, like you have multiple dogs, it completely changes their behavior, and they act way more wild when there's other dogs around. But if you just have one dog, like I do with Luna, she acts way more doggy, you know, like she's very, much more respectful about my rules in the house than if I had two. If I had two of them, they would just be completely wild and assholes. I don't think dogs should eat dog food, no. I think dogs should be on a mix. If you're feeding them dog food, you should also feed them other types of foods like raw meat foods. I don't think that you should just feed dog food at all. Like, they pack in all the vitamins that they need and everything in dog food, but that's not really great. And if you do feed just dog food, make sure you add water to it so that it's not dehydrating them. Because that's one really bad thing about dog food, is it'll dehydrate your animal. Come on, we're gonna go upstairs. Let me see if I can do this one hand. I got him over here. I'm gonna hold the camera, grab my drink, go upstairs. Oh, by the way, remember I had trouble turning that light on the other day? I was like jumping up like an idiot trying to grab the cord to turn it on, and it never came on. Well, the other day I came down into my basement and it was just on by itself. So, I don't know. I didn't turn it on though. Well, I tried to turn it on and it wouldn't go on, but eventually it just came on by itself. So, all right, one of the things that I said I wanted to do is these guys here are going to have to get a new terrarium set up for them. Even if I just do it temporarily in here, I want to set this up so that they have a nicer area to live in. And these guys too, you know, they do fine on the oatmeal, and they've been breeding a ton. There's like a lot of babies in there. You can see them all. And then there's a couple beetles. I got to move them. Hang on. So what happens is when they turn into beetles, I move them up to the top, and that way they can keep breeding. Where'd the other one go? There he is. There's so many of them. So many new ones. Ooh, I see another one. And I wanted to actually get the microscope out one of these days too, to show you guys what they look like when they're babies and what the eggs look like. They're so tiny. They're definitely microscopic. And then when they're just about to turn into a beetle, they look like aliens. Look. Let me see if I can get it to focus. Look at that thing. And they move around too, like if you touch them, they actually wiggle. Come on. Maybe if I zoom in like this, it'll work. Nah, you can't really see it. What, you like the big male roach? Hold on. Come on, I hate this zoom on this thing because when you go to zoom in and out, it just ends up moving the chat. Yeah, he's got huge horns. Look at that. He's a horny roach. He did lose one of his antenna though. So I have this video where, oh wait, that's the wrong chamber. I gotta put this guy back down on the bottom. I have this video where I fed one of these guys to Scout, and he, you know, he ended up killing it. And a lot of people gave me shit for it. They're like, oh, you're so mean, you killed the roach. Well, first of all, I got the roaches to be bred as food for my fox. But then I really like the hisser roaches, so I did feel kind of bad that I fed one to Scout. But I had to take that one out of the tank because he was killing all of my other roaches. Like, he started killing all of the females that were in there, and they stopped breeding completely. And every time I looked in the tank, that one roach kept attacking everybody. That's how that other big one lost his antenna. And once they get that big, they don't molt again. So he's not gonna lose that shell and grow another one. So he's like messed up, you know, for life pretty much. And I took that hisser that was being an asshole and I fed him to Scout. Oh, here goes the other asshole. He's always there. He's always there to start problems with me. I mean, I can't really give you a shout out. I don't even know how to say your name. Ooh, look at that. How fancy was that? But yeah, so I try to explain that. I don't know if I put it in the description of the video or not, but I should probably do that because people kept giving me shit for killing that roach. But first of all, I had to feed Scout, and I wanted to see what he would do with a hisser because he had never eaten one before, so I wasn't sure if he was going to enjoy it. But, you know, their shell's really hard, so it wasn't really a good meal for him. The dubias were a lot better. What do you want? What do you want? What? What? I hear you yelling at me. I know, there's dogs outside. I know. What, do you want to go for a walk? Is that what it is? She's so silly. She's always like, okay, I'm going to come in and love on you because I want you to take me out to go for a walk. We can go for a walk if you want, but you're going to have to wait, okay? Look at her. She's like, she's so doofy. You're doofy. You're a doofy dog. You're doofy. All right. Here, I got to go to the bathroom real quick. So, here, you guys hang out with Falcor for a minute, and I'll be right back. I don't know if he's going to stay there or not, but just give me a minute. I'll be right back. Oh no, you guys fell. Did I make it just in time, or you guys have been sitting there for a while? See, she saw that bunny and now she wants to go out. Oh yeah, the kitchen is very nice, isn't it? I had to rip up the floor over here because it was already actually coming up. Like you see over here. See how there's a hole there too? And the floor kind of like looks like it's all stained, dirty and stuff. I mop all the time, but that stuff doesn't come up. So I have to actually like, there's a hole here too where they used to have a wire coming up. And there's like paint that was all dripped on the floor. So there's like all this stuff that I need to fix. I mean, linoleum sucks to begin with. And even the house owner told me whenever I want to switch it out, I can. It's not like a big deal. So, so when I first moved in, like there was a huge corner here that was completely ripped up. And it was just getting worse and worse because the animals kept fucking with it. So I just cut it, you know, and ripped the whole thing out. But my plan is, as soon as I can, is I'm just going to rip up the rest of it and just redo it. I don't know if I'm going to put like, I don't know, not hardwood, but the fake laminate stuff. I might get some of that and put it down, especially like when and if my uncle comes here to help me fix that other balcony, like I'll have him help me with this stuff too. What happened? What? And the other thing too is from the previous person who was living here, they didn't tell anyone that there was a leak in the bathroom upstairs, and it leaked through the ceiling there and up here as well. And it made like these things where, actually like these here on the top, I can just repaint. So like this one here and stuff, I can just repaint all that. But the ones over here in this corner are really bad. Like this is where it was actually all the water had drained in there and came through the ceiling and like messed it all up. So I would have to actually remove all of these panels that are ruined and then replace them with new ones. So, I mean, it's like not that big of a deal, but it's big enough of a deal to where you have to have extra money sitting around to do stuff like that. But for the most part, I mean, the house is really nice. Like those cabinets and everything look really awesome. I love the way that they did these cabinets. And the countertop color and stuff isn't so bad either. Like, I don't hate it. It's not bad. I can deal with it. And the stove's nice. The stove's really nice and pretty new too. And then the fridge I ended up having to buy when I first moved out here. Actually, Whitney bought it for me because I didn't have the money at the time to get a new fridge. So I'm gonna pay her back with that. Go. You want to go back out? Why are you following me around like a brat? I know she wants to go out for a walk. Wait, what are you saying? I should what? Why do you want to shout out so bad? I don't understand like what the point of that is. Like I can give you a shout out. I said hi to you. I'm talking to you in chat. And your chat name is actually coming up on the screen and being saved into the video. So that's kind of like getting your shout out, right? She keeps trying to jump on me because she wants to go out. I know you want to go outside. I got you. I got you. All right, I'm gonna take her out real quick. You guys can come for a quick walk with me and Luna. Is that what you want? You want to go for a walk? Watch how excited she gets when I tell her. You want to go out? You want to go outside? Yeah, you want to go for a walk? She's like, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Now watch this. I'm gonna pull down her leash and stuff and her harness. Come here. Don't jump on me, okay? I can't even grab it and pull it down because she starts going crazy for it. She's like, alright, can you sit? Okay, wait, okay? Wait patiently for 1 second. Wait. I know. I have to, I'm gonna get like a new harness or a new, what's it called? Like one of those tactical harnesses. That company is gonna send me one soon. I think at the end of this month, I can ask for it because you see how there's like a hook here to hook it up to a leash? This is on the back. So these are good for like pulling a sled, but if you don't want your dog to pull, you have to attach the harness on the front because then it swings them around when they pull. I've mentioned it like a million times in my videos, but Luna's a brat. Come here, you brat. I need your paw. I need your paw. I need your paw. Okay. So these harnesses are kind of not the best, but in the meantime, it'll work. Right? Right? Hang on. Come here. Hold on. I gotta make sure this is tight. Okay. Hang on a second. It got flipped over. Okay. You good? It's not too tight? You good? Yeah? I'll get my battery just in case. That way, if my phone starts to die. Do I know what SHPU means? No, what does it mean? I don't know where her other harness thing is. I gotta go see if I can find it. She's like following me around everywhere now because I have her harness on. So she knows it's time to go outside. But I don't know where I put that thing. So I like the one that I can let her walk up ahead a little bit. But I don't know where it went. I forget where I put it last. I don't see it. Yeah, she's super excited to go out. Are you excited? Are you ready to go out? All right. She's like, yeah, I've been waiting all this time for you. I don't know where your other leash is, though. I'm looking for it. Chill. Check this thing out. This is for big reptiles. That's what I used to use it for. In case they bite down on your hand. So it won't hurt you. Like big monitor lizards and crocodiles and alligators and stuff. This thing's awesome. Alright, we'll just use this one for now. Get down. Get down. I have to start yelling at you like Arnold. Get down. Get in the chopper. Okay, let's see if this works. I don't know if that'll work on her chest, but we'll try it. I'm coming. Come here, let me test this out. Okay, I think it's okay, but just in case, hold on, I gotta put one more thing on you. I don't trust it. That's why I need to get a new harness for her. And I don't like walking her with this thing all the time because, you know, like, it's too much. Like, she only needs that when you're training, but it's not really good to put that on them all the time just for, like, walking and stuff. So I'm just going to put a regular collar on her just in case. That way, if her harness comes off, I can still grab her from something. Here, hang on. We're going to put this on here, too. I'm going to attach them to both. Okay, that might work better. Let's see. So now I got like both her collar on and that. Where did we put my drink though? Let me get my drink. Did you guys see the creepy Dro dolls? That one's like, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I really didn't do it. That one's like, I'm gonna kill you in your sleep. And then that one's just like, I'm fucking hammered, bro. I'm just fucking hammered. And then Freddy thinks it's funny. He's just like, ha, that was pretty funny. Any tips on how to train a pit bull? What do you mean? Like, what are you trying to train it to do? Hang on, Luna. You're so impatient. Oh yeah, there's a bunny. I forgot about that. Can you not try to eat the bunny? She's like, of course I will. Alright, he's in the bushes. Let's go. Yeah, but for real though, if you're just trying to train a pit bull, I would say, depending on what you're trying to train it to do, just go on YouTube and look up some videos. There's like a ton of really great training videos on YouTube that you can just get some ideas from. Hang on, I gotta fix this. Okay. She wants to go see those dogs that are next door. Can't. You're not allowed. No, you can't go over there. You can't go on that grass. And stay over here. That's it. Hold on. Yeah, I train Luna. I have videos on my channel. If you go and type in training Wolfdog puppy, you'll see a bunch of videos where I trained her when she was only like a couple months old. Because I got her at 4 weeks old, so I started training her like right away. I gotta hang out here around the house though, because I have it on Wi-Fi, and my my signal's really high right now, so I don't want to go away. And look, here's another really cool spot for a garden too. These are just weeds that are growing, but I think I can like take up all of these rocks and just put dirt in there, and then all the way to this side of the house here I can like plant just a bunch of stuff. Here, you want to go in the RV? You want to go see the inside of the RV? Let's go in there. Look, she hops right in now. I started getting her used to coming inside the RV. Come on. Wait, come here. Let's go make sure there's no animals in the bathroom. She's like, I don't want to be in here now. She thinks we're going to stay in here. We're not staying in here. Come here. Come, just come with me so you can get used to being in here. See, this is the bathroom. No animals in the tub. We're good. No raccoons in here. Okay. I don't see anything. Alright. Let's go back out. But yeah, it's a start. She wouldn't even come inside the RV before. I know you want that bunny, but you can't have it. Sit. Sit down. Here, sit. You can watch him, but you can't eat him. She's like, yes, I can, and I will. Come back up here. Come on. Look at how awesome this view is from here, though. This is up from that balcony you guys see in my yard. I know. You're so excited to go run off and cause problems with other animals. You need to just chill. How old is what? The RV? The RV's a 77. Come over here. Come on, this way. Come on. No, not towards the bunny. Yeah, it is. It is a graveyard. And then over here is that balcony I was telling you about that's like falling apart. See, look, this whole top part's falling. And then the wood down here is like starting to get all rotted and everything. See how it's like, it's coming up here. It's all rotted open. And underneath this balcony here is the zombie room. So I do have to fix it, because if I don't fix it, then all the water that comes here from the rain, it's all gonna go down into the zombie room. So it gets all wet down there, you know? Can we just like sit for a second and just chill and stop trying to eat bunny rabbits? She's like, no, it's my job. That's what I do. I eat bunnies for a living. Where are you going? Where are you going? Mr. Creepy, you mean me? You're asking me what my favorite band is? I don't really listen to bands anymore. You wonder if it's haunted at night? I mean, I don't believe in hauntings or anything, but there was a lot of really weird stuff that happened when I first moved in here. I posted a couple videos of it on my channel. Stop. She keeps jumping on me. I posted some like funny ghost videos and stuff from when I first moved in here, but it's not haunted. It's just, you know, faulty wiring and bad lights and stuff like that I replaced, and now the problems are all fixed. She's just dying to eat that bunny. Bye, Haza. If you're leaving, I'll see you later. Oh, come here. What's going on, Saria? I'm just hanging out here with Luna. Brought her outside for a few minutes. I can go for like a full walk with her, but I feel like if I do, my connection's going to get really bad, and I'm going to have extremely crappy resolution in comparison to what it is now. So it's probably better that I just leave it. And we will have to hang out here, Luna. Come here. Sit. Sit down. You're so big. Look how big she is compared to me on video. My nipple ring got stuck on your leash. What? What? What do you want? Ugh! Pull me. Oh, shoot. Birds or squirrels? I hear something above me. She does really want that bunny. She's got to learn, though, that she can't, you know, she can't go after living things. Like, I don't mind, you know, her eating animals. I just don't want her killing living animals, because if I bring in any animal into the house, I don't want her to think it's okay for her to just go and kill it, or to try to. Where is that thing? I hear it. Oh, I see it. It's just a bird above me, flying around up in the trees. I was wondering, like, what are you watching? What are you doing? I look cool? What do you mean I look cool? I'm just sitting here. Trying to hold this beast. Yeah, I see the raccoons every once in a while. Like, there was one out here on my road the other day, just sitting out there staring at me, probably waiting for me to leave trash outside or something. But I don't feed them, so I don't want them hanging out around my house, because otherwise they'll keep going into my trash cans and stuff. Hey, can you not? She's trying to... Look, she's so smart. She tried to eat the leash again so that she can get out. She's just trying to do anything she can. It's because the sunglasses. The sunglasses make me look cool. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. These were actually the most expensive pair of sunglasses I have ever purchased. Yes, the RV is functional. I fixed it. I repaired the starter on it not too long ago, which I did an episode about as well and showed it on my channel. But there was a starter problem. The starter kind of just took a crap, and I replaced it. Sorry, I keep getting interrupted by trying to pay attention to what Luna's doing so she doesn't cause any problems. She's pulling me really hard. I know you want to go towards the bunny, but you cannot. The bunny crossed the street. Alright, Luna, come with me. Come on. Come up here. Oh, and this little door too. I have this little door to my balcony thing here. I want to paint something on it. Can you get your back dimples pierced? Yeah, you can get what's it called? What are those things called? Dermals? Yeah, dermals. I think that's what they're called. That's what some people do. Yeah, I mean, I would love to take that RV and just go traveling with it, but I can't because it's really old, and there's still a lot of stuff that does need to get repaired on it before I take any long road trips, because the last thing I need is for it to break down while I'm like really far from home, you know? So it's still got a couple of little things that I want to do to it before I take it on any kind of long road trips. And I also have to build some kind of fence inside, because here, let me show you this. Come here, Luna. Hang on. Go inside. Okay, so, oh, wait, come here. All right, now this door here for the RV, let me show you. Hey, Fried Rice, what's up? Okay, so this is the door inside the RV, which this thing closes to go underneath the handle. But I was driving on the highway one night, and this is when I was moving out here, and I had to bring, you know, Luna and all the other animals in the RV and everything. I have these, like, these locks up here that are meant for this thing. This thing here actually comes up and holds on to this, and then there's another one on the other side. So it holds on to that so that it's like a little shelf up here in front of the window. Well, instead, I took her harness and then I attached it to this with a metal lead. But she was still getting really mad while I was driving because, you know, wolf dogs are really, really hard to drive in a car with. They don't really like being in a vehicle. And she somehow like kept jumping on the door and pulled this open. And even though this was locked, she pushed this door completely open on a highway when we were going like 45, 60 miles an hour. And she tried to jump out. Luckily, she was attached to this thing. So she was like hanging halfway out and halfway in. And I had to pull over really quick on the side of the road. My friend who was driving with me, she was supposed to be helping me. And she really didn't help me at all. So it was like a really big problem. She was afraid to sit in the back with Luna because my ex told her that I was going to drive off of a cliff and kill us all. And for some reason, that fucking girl believed it. So instead of helping me, she made things really difficult on me that whole trip. And she sat up front with me, but she didn't help me with the animals, which was the whole point of her coming in the first place. And then if you guys remember, I had that other kid that was supposed to help me first. He was in a bunch of videos with me when I was trying to fix up the RV. And I thought he was just like getting high and then helping me, you know, clean the RV and all that, because we were smoking weed. It's legal in Colorado. So we were just like smoking out and trying to fix this RV. Because when I first got it, it was a fucking mess. I don't know if you remember how bad it looked. So that kid, I found an Adderall on my floor. And I told him, I was like, I don't care what kind of drugs you do, dude. Just don't leave anything out for my dog. Because if my dog eats drugs, I'm going to fucking kill you. And of course, one day I was cleaning my house and I found the fucking Adderall on my floor. So I lost my shit and I got really mad at him. Look at it, climbing on the table. So yeah, I got really mad at him and I bought him a ticket like that next day and I sent him home. I was like, you're not coming with me on this trip because you're fucking not listening to me. You're not helping me. All you're doing is getting high and you would think that somebody on Adderall would help me clean the RV. That was the whole purpose of him coming, was to help me redo the RV. But instead, he's too busy fucking doing, like, I don't care if people do drugs. I've done them in my life before too. It's not that big of a deal. Just at least do the fucking thing that you were hired to do. Oh yeah, I just saw that, Alex. I saw Ethan talking about that. And it reminded me of this whole incident. It really, really pissed me off. Because it's like, whatever, man. If you do that shit, that's fine. But don't leave that shit out for animals to get it. He was like, oh, it fell out of my wallet and all this. I'm like, I don't fucking care, dude. You shouldn't have that shit open and loose. Like, keep it in a bottle with a child's safety lock, you know? Anyway, let's go out of here. I gotta get this thing refilled too. This thing isn't filled anymore. I probably just need a brand new one because it's got to go through like a safety inspection test so it doesn't explode or anything. So like, I guess I'll probably just have to trade it out. Yeah, it sucks, man. I really had a hard time finding somebody that could help me with the move. It was incredibly difficult for me because I was already really stressed out about the whole situation. I left everything behind and I was already like freaking out that my whole life was completely turned upside down. So all I needed was like a friend to come help me, and I paid for the plane tickets for them to come help me, and they didn't do shit. So it sucked, man. I wasted a shit ton of money. I spent over 10 grand on that move. It was really, really ridiculous. Like, I could have, and the only reason why it cost so much is because I had to get this RV and fix it up, because there was no way for me to travel across the country with a dog like this. Like, if I put her inside of let's say I rented a SUV, she eats seat belts. Like, when she's locked up in the back of an SUV, she'll eat the seat belts out of the car, and she doesn't sit still, so she would have ended up pissing and shitting all over the rental. So it wasn't worth me doing that, 'cause at the end, I would have ended up having to pay even more money just to fix everything that she ruined in the vehicle. So I was like, if I just buy a broken down RV and fix it up, I don't care what kind of damage she does to it. And I don't know if you remember, I ripped out all of the carpet and I painted it with this deck over paint. So it's all just plywood and deck over paint. So if she pees or poops on it or anything like that, it's really easy to clean up. And before, it was like really raggedy old carpet that was there. I know. So like, I really didn't have a choice but to get a vehicle, large enough to fit all my animals and my stuff. And then later on, I went back like a few months later and grabbed my guitars and my bass cabs and all that, all my music equipment. So I basically just brought my computer desk and my computer stuff in here. I put it all up at the top, like up there on the bunk. And then I went, stop, Luna, she's trying to eat the cable again. Okay. So yeah, I had to put all my desk stuff up there, and then I had the animals in the vehicle with me, and I was towing my car behind it. I like put my car on one of those lifts and then towed it. Stop. Oh, why did she drive with me at all? Because she knew that, or she thought that if she didn't come at all, and I did the trip alone, that I would have definitely done it. She thought that, like, no matter what, if I went by myself, it wasn't going to end well. And it might not have, to be honest. I wasn't in the right mindset. Can you just calm down for a minute? Yeah, I definitely wasn't in the right mindset to do that kind of drive by myself at that time. It was just a really bad time for me. So I do appreciate that she came, and she did help me by coming in a way, but at the same time, she made things a lot worse for me too. They could have been a lot easier had I had somebody else who was actually my friend and wanted to come with me because they wanted to help. But I feel like she wanted to come with me so she can brag to her friends that she was hanging out with Dro from Dead Star. That's how I feel. The reality of it is, I don't think she really wanted to come to just help me because she thought that I'm a good person and she wanted to help me. Like, I wish that was the case, but after that trip, I feel like it was completely different. And not only that, but when I first got here, she was being really disrespectful at Whitney's house. And, like, I had never met Whitney in person, but I talked to her for years online. So, like, I knew a lot about her, but I didn't know everything. And, when you first go into somebody's house that you've never met before, you have to be respectful. You gotta be polite and, do as they wish and don't do anything disrespectful in their house. And that girl, kept trying to get me to go in the bathroom with her, to go have sex with her in the shower and all this. And I'm like, dude, I'm not doing that at my friend's house. Like, that's disrespectful. I'm not going in the bathroom with you to go do that. And then she tried to do it again when I was on, I can't even really say it on stream, but let's just say we were in a place of the house that it would have been really disrespectful to do anything in. And she was trying, and I just kept telling her, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You need to fucking stop. I'm not going to be disrespectful to my friend. So I just got frustrated, man. I bought her a ticket and sent her home right away too. But that was after I already got here, so it wasn't that big of a deal because I already made it to my destination. And then, like a week after I sent her home, she started contacting Whitney behind my back and asking her if she can come back and visit. She didn't even know Whitney. Like, she had never met her before I introduced her. So I was just kind of like really upset because I was like, that's messed up, man. Like, you don't do that. But I know why she was trying to come here. She was like trying to hook up with me and shit, and I didn't want that. But like, she wasn't somebody I was trying to hook up with. Am I talking about my grandma? What do you mean about trying to hook up with me? That would be kind of weird. No, I don't talk to my grandma. And I think my other grandma's dead. I'm not sure. All right. She's so funny. Look at her. Where is he? I don't even see the rabbit anymore. I know he ran off. Come on. She's got to sniff like every little place that he went. Right, like, the only person who was genuinely trying to help me do this whole trip was my road manager. Like, he was gonna actually drive for me and, like, help me do the whole move. But unfortunately, like, he had a lot of personal issues going on at the time. So he was gonna end up having me make him, I was gonna have to pay, like, over $1,600 for him to just come with me. And, you know, I didn't have that kind of money to spend because I was already spending a ton on this trip. So I'm kind of really upset that I didn't have him come with me because he actually ended up getting murdered, like being in Florida. And I always feel like if I had paid the money for him to come with me, that whole thing wouldn't have been an issue. So that's always kind of been in the back of my mind. And I know it wasn't my fault. Like, the guy who killed him is a fucking piece of shit. And, you know, he was just doing it to try to join a gang. But at the end of the day, like, I felt like maybe if I had made that decision, it would have changed the outcome of what happened to him, just because he wouldn't be in Florida to deal with all these really crappy people that he was around. So, I don't know, man. Like, I just, like, that whole situation put a lot of stress on me. I mean, you guys all saw, those of you who were here for that whole situation. Actually, Liv, you helped me during that whole situation too, didn't you? I remember seeing your name coming up on the chats when I was, like, really upset. And you were trying to talk to me and stuff. So, what? Come here. Come here. Ashley, I was just talking about when I first moved out here, all the crap that I had went through. You already know most of it. Oh, you guys want to see the berry bush I have? I know that sounds weird to say, but I have a bush on the side of my house with a bunch of, I think they're raspberries. Come here, Luna. Come up here. Thank you, I appreciate that, Allison. Here. So, look. But there's all these beetles eating the leaves. You see all the holes in them? There's like all these scarab beetles that live on here, and they're all eating all of the berries. But, oh look, there's a dragon, or firefly on one of the berry leaves. There's a stink bug. And, oh, some scarabs in there. Here's another one. You see them in there, in the leaf? Beginning to worry about what? I don't know. I don't know what you guys are confused about. I was just telling a story. I'm just kind of walking around my house, you know, with Luna, because she wanted to come outside, but I know why she wanted to come out. She just wanted to come bother like the bunny rabbit and the other dogs that she sees. You can look from here, but that's it. You're not going over there. See? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Oh, later, Ashley. If you're dipping out, I'll talk to you later. Are you going to work? Come this way. Come on. All right, come on. Let me put her back inside real quick. Come on. Can we go back in? Here, let's go back in the house. Oop, don't fall. Come on, I'm going in. Going in the house. Yeah, put this down for a second. Oh my god, it's so hot out today. What's the deal with this? It was so nice out earlier. Maybe it's just because I'm running around. Do I have problems with ticks? Yeah, I mean, there's ticks in my area, but there's none here. I haven't seen any yet, luckily. I did put, well, Whitney brought by Frontline like probably like a month or two ago and put it on Luna for me. But for the most part, like, I've never had to deal with any ticks on her or my cat, luckily. Knock on whatever, you know. What are you doing, little lady? Ooh, look at this. Huge harvest, man. He's just hanging out. Speaking of bugs. Ah, it's running. Alright, I'm gonna go sit down for a minute, and then I'm gonna go up and I guess I'll get some stuff ready so I can do the other stream that I was talking about. Maybe we can watch that video and talk about it while I'm sitting there sanding down all those resin pieces. That way you guys don't have to be super bored while I'm just sanding stuff down. You guys can actually sit there and watch a video with me. We can discuss it. If you have any questions, we'll talk about it. It's just really silly stuff. I don't even know how much of it I can show, to be honest. I think there's stuff in there that I probably really can't show on the channel now that I think about it. I think there's a clip where there's boobies. And I know some of you buttheads out there will probably end up reporting me if that accidentally shows on the channel, so I can't let that play. So Gotta think of a way to maybe skip that part. I don't know. I'm gonna have to like skim through the video real quick, and if I see anything bad that plays, I'm gonna have to like stop the stream and delete the VOD and then come back to the stream so that nobody can report me on that crap. So what are you guys all up to today? Anybody doing anything fun? Yeah, Ghost, like, Whitney really helped me a lot when I first moved out here, you know, like if it wasn't for her, I would have definitely had a way harder time getting settled in here, but she did everything she could to be there for me when I needed help with stuff, you know, like even when I was fixing all these pipes up here, remember when I had to like rip apart all these pipes and rebuild them? Like, she helped me out with that. They're applauding me. I know, right? I think this is like a every weekend thing now, like just, you know, throwing pool parties and stuff while the temperature's nice, because it is going to get pretty brutal in a couple months. It's going to start snowing again. You're eating a popsicle? What kind of popsicle? I think maybe at the end of this month when I go shopping, I'm probably going to have to grab like some stuff, because I think it would be nice to make some like smoothie popsicles, and I have the actual popsicle sticks, so I could totally make some really cool desserts and stuff and then stream it and show you guys how to do some cool things. Yeah, Ghost, she helped me with the house a lot. Actually, she's the one who helped me find the house. It was one of her friends who owns the house, so she remembered out of nowhere, like, hey, I have this friend who lives by a cemetery and that house might be available. Let me contact and find out. And it just so happened that the guy recently moved out, so the house was just sitting here with nobody living in it. So she was like, yeah, I'll rent to you. And I told her, I'm like, you're okay with my animals and stuff, right? She's like, yeah, I don't care. I was like, all right, awesome. Because everywhere I went to go look for a place, everybody was like, no, you have a big dog, you're not allowed. And I'm sure some of you guys have probably had that same issue trying to find a place to live. Like, everyone has an issue with big dogs because they know that they can be destructive to a house. So I had an extremely hard time trying to find something suitable. And even though this house has a lot of problems that need to be fixed, considering the fact that I know how to fix things, it wasn't a big deal for me. I was like, yeah, sure, if you let me stay in the house with my animals, I'll fix things for you, and that way, like, I'll pay for it out of my pocket. You're just hanging out, watching the outside. His eyes are so awesome. Am I happy, Alex? Yeah, I mean, I love the fact that it's quiet here. I mean, sometimes it gets lonely and it kind of sucks that, you know, like if I feel like going out and doing something, I don't have really the choice to do it right now. So anywhere that I go would be like a few hours drive. So I'm like really far away from most things. So that kind of sucks, but I knew that coming here. Like, that was the whole purpose. I didn't want to be around anybody because I felt like I needed the time to just mentally get better on my own, you know, like being around a bunch of people and going out and partying all the time and being around all those toxic people was not going to help me at all, especially in the condition that I've been in mentally. Like, it's a lot easier for me when I start feeling really shitty to just, you know, shut down and go work on my projects or, you know, stream and do stuff like that. And I don't think I would be doing it as much if I was around, you know, all those toxic people. So being here allows me to do what I've always wanted to do without any interruptions. Like, I don't have people bugging me all the time saying, hey, let's go do this, let's go hang out, and even if I don't feel like it, you know? So, like, in a way, I sometimes I feel like I want that, like I want to go hang out and do stuff. But most of the time when I do actually take the time to go out and do stuff, I feel like I just want to be back home. Like, I don't want to be there anymore. I'm like, this is retarded. I shouldn't have come here to do this in the first place. I don't know why I came. And that's all that goes through my mind. It's like, I just want to go back home and just hang out with my animals. Because, like, for example, one of my friends invited me to come out to a club one night, which was like a 3.5-hour drive for me. And I said, screw it, I'm going to go. Like, maybe I'll just go and hang out. And even though I don't drink, like, I'll just watch them drink. And then I got there and they were all drunk and acting retarded and stupid, and I was just like, that's it. Like, I'm going home. I don't want to be here anymore. Check Snack the Ripper. What's Snack the Ripper? Yeah, and the the renovations and stuff here too. It's good because it keeps me busy. So like right now, it's not keeping me busy, obviously, because I don't have enough to go get all the materials I need. But when I start working on it again, like, it'll just give me stuff to do that is I guess positive things and not just being out partying and doing dumb shit. You'd rather be home too? Yeah, I know how that feels. Your mom drank a whole bottle. That's a little much. Where you going, dude? You leaving me? You got $40 for what? She's finally chilled out. See, I took her out for a few minutes and now she calms down. I'll go probably for a full walk with her later, even if it's really late at night. I'll take her out. I think there's a fly bugging her. What do you mean, Jessica? What are you talking about? Did the beneficial vampire mom say hello? I guess you're saying says hello, and I miss you in Chicago. Are you talking to me? I haven't been to Chicago in many, many, many years. I've driven past there a few times, like on road trips and stuff and on tour, but I think we only played there once. Actually, there's a clip of that on the DVD that I'm going to show you guys later. There's a clip of when we played in Chicago. There was a huge fight outside of a bar, and some guy was like about to get jumped, and he jumped in somebody's car, like a stranger's car, and everybody started kicking the car. So you'll probably see that on the video when I play it too. You want to talk about scary stuff? Just go hang out in the zombie room. I should do a stream from the zombie room one night. Just like try to hang out there all night. See if anything weird happens. I would have to have two things though. I would have to have the ability to go out to get food or drink if I needed it, and the ability to go to the bathroom. Because there's no bathroom in there, so obviously I would have to use the bathroom at some point. And I'm not just gonna like go to the bathroom in a cup in my own house. So like in the zombie room, just chilling in there like that. So I would just go to the bathroom. Have I been outside of America? Yeah, I was born in Brazil, and I've toured in Europe to play Germany. I played at the Summer Breeze Festival in 2010, and then I went to Amsterdam before with my road manager when we had like layover on tour. So like I ended up going there with him for a night, and we hung out there. I've been to, where else? I think that's it as far as out of the country goes. I wanted to go to Canada, but never been. I didn't have a passport that was valid to go to Canada for a long time. And then I finally got my passport so I could tour and stuff when we went to Germany, but then it expired again, so I have to renew it. And because I'm not American, it makes it a lot harder for me. I can't just like send in a piece of paper and get it renewed. Like I always have to go through this huge process. You were born in Texas? Yeah, I hear Texas is really cool. That's one place I haven't gone to yet. Trying to see what you guys are talking about here in the chat, so sorry. Where'd Falcor go? Oh, he's right here. I was just looking for you. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna go back inside now because I have to bring him upstairs so he doesn't try to run out. And I feel like Luna's just gonna follow me anyway. Can we go upstairs now, buddy? Oh, well, I guess so. Alright, we're going up. Oh, and another thing I was going to show you guys. Remember I was talking about how I wanted to build those tanks for the bugs and stuff? I found, like, up here, on top of my air vent, like, this is my air vent that goes to the house, but I found glass. See this up here? These are all glass panels that were probably on a window at some point. So what I'm going to do is use that router that I have here to cut like a line inside the wood, and then I can slide in the piece of glass. And when I make the tanks, I can actually have like a cleared glass on the front, you know? Hey Luna, come on, let's go back upstairs. She's like, no, I'm going back out. Screw you guys. Come on, can you come back in, please? Hey Viral Vlogs, what's up? Welcome back. Avion, you like my cat? Yeah, he's awesome. Just tell people you like my pussy. That'll go over well. Alright, actually, I'm just gonna... I don't know if I should just make her come in because I feel like as soon as I go upstairs, she's gonna end up following me anyway. It's a murder scene in my house, is it? I mean, it kind of looks like it sometimes. The creepy zombie room. Let me check in here to make sure there's no animals living in here either. Yeah, see, there's like a brick floor here. There's that dead mouse. It's still there. I didn't kill that. That was there when I moved in. I just have... But yeah, there's like a bunch of brick and dirt under here, so I don't know. Maybe the best solution would be to put more concrete, like whatever's covering here, like put it on this side too, or I can just lift up all these bricks and maybe I can do the pond in here, you know, like I was talking about. And I know Resource Dragon's a viewer on my channel that was mentioning that if I put the pond outside, I don't just have to worry about the raccoons getting into it, but in the winter I would have to move them back in, which I told him like I would. If I put a pond outside, I would move the animals in whenever it got too cold. But in this room, this is the patio that was outside that's like falling apart. So I would need to probably put some insulation up here and cover this as well, because otherwise this room would get too cold. But I feel like if I put some good lighting in here, that like heat lamps and stuff, it would keep it nice and warm. If I had like a fish room in here or some kind of, I don't know, I feel like I gotta do something with this room. Even though it's creepy right now, like it can be easily finished, and because it's such a small room in comparison, it's got that like that nice eerie feel to it, you know. It's actually a cellar, so you're supposed to, like, it's a canning cellar, so you're supposed to keep, you know, like fruits and vegetables and stuff down here if you do that kind of stuff, but it would be perfect normally. But if I put animals in here, I have to make sure everything's regulated so that the temperature isn't constantly changing and dropping a lot, especially at nighttime. But I don't know. And that window, look at it. It's all mossy and gross. There's like all sorts of stuff growing on it. And then there's these holes here too that I would probably have to put concrete in here to fix all of this, because this is like holding the whole balcony up. So I don't know, I just feel like maybe patching some of this stuff up would help too, so it doesn't all just fall apart on me. Could be a recording room. Well, I don't think so, because first of all, it's all brick. So I would have to definitely put something on the walls to keep it from echoing at all in here. And then the other thing is, I would have to completely weatherproof this room. If this was used for, like, let's say a pond down here, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, because even if it rained a little bit, it wouldn't really affect it. But if I did a recording room and anything got wet in here, I'd be screwed, because it'd be thousands of dollars in music equipment that get ruined. I actually thought about bringing a bunch of my music gear in here just to store it and use this as like a storage closet. But when I realized that this balcony was all fucked up and it started raining, all the water falls here to this dirt and brick area, so it doesn't like flood in here or anything. But if it would take a lot more for me to make it a recording room than it would for me to just make it like some kind of pet room, you know? And upstairs where I have my streaming set up, that's actually the best place for me to do my recording, because it's the only room in the house that has carpet. So it takes away all of those extra sounds. I don't have to like soundproof the whole room, because the carpet actually works to fix most of that. All right, we're going up Falcor. Oh yeah, another thing I have to do is we got to switch the water on this. Maybe I'll do this now while you guys are here. I'm going to do a water change on this real quick, because I have to do one anyway. So this is pretty much like my gaming and recording room. Like, I have all my music gear here, and then here's my studio monitors. I've got the big bass cab down here too from KRK, so that I can hear all the bass tones correctly. And then I can also watch Luna while she's outside. I don't have to worry about what she's doing. I have PA speakers here too, like right next to my bass cabs. This is a PA speaker, and then I have another PA speaker here. It's just covered up by these little amps at the moment. So yeah, this is pretty much my gaming and recording room. And then I've got a fireplace here, so when it gets cold, I can just turn on the fireplace and chill. And then that's my streaming setup there. You guys see? Actually, it'll probably look better on this camera. Yeah, that's my streaming setup. See, I got my camera up there. I got another little webcam there, all my headphones and speakers and everything. It's perfect. It's a perfect little spot. So bringing it down to that room wouldn't make sense. And the fact that I have carpet makes this so much better when I'm recording anything. And I used to have it in this room up here, which I think I might turn into like a little hangout room. So I don't know if eventually this would be the best solution, but check this out. So this room that you guys have seen before, I used to have my streaming rig here in that corner. That's why some of my stuff's still there. I haven't like moved it yet. My security camera system's all here too now, and everything's just kind of chilling at the moment. But this is just kind of like a little area when you come up the stairs, and it used to be carpeted, but the carpet was all up off the ground and like all messed up, so I ripped it all out. So I have to finish these hardwood floors, I have to fix the ceiling, and then I could put like a TV up here on this wall, and I can put like a little futon or a couch here, and this could be like a cool little hangout spot. I don't know. I'm going to take this shelf down because I don't need it there anymore. I'm going to move all this stuff out of here as well. I might put that in the room in there so that it's like a craft, all my craft stuff, and I'm going to move all this shit off of it and replace it with crafts. I don't know. Just some ideas for now. I don't want a band. I don't want to create my own band. I started writing my own electronic music, but I'm not gonna have like a bunch of people in a band. I don't think that that's what I would want to do. I've done that already, you know, and I know what kind of mess that can start. And the other thing too, like whenever you want to go on tour, you like with Dead Star, we have to work around the schedule of like 5 to 7 people at least. So if like one person can't get off of work, what are we supposed to do? You know, like we don't replace him. We just wait till they can go on tour for us to leave. So it's much better if I just do stuff on my own for a little while, and then if I want to tour, I can just tour. I don't have to worry about like whether or not other people in the band can come with me. What do I think? Oh yeah. So let me show you real quick. This is the one of the DVDs I wanted to show you. We got like 2 different ones. Yeah, I'm gonna be releasing my music, but I had to fix my channel so that I could start making what I was making before I moved. So now it's finally starting to get back up there, and then I'll have time to just sit down and write music. Because if I sit down and write music now, and I just take a couple months off to do that, it's gonna really make my channel and everything else go to crap. And that's what pays my bills at the moment. So I can't let my channel go to shit at the moment, because that's how I pay for my food, for my animals' food, and all of that. So this is more important to me at the moment than just writing a bunch of music, because we all know bands don't pay. Like when you're in a band, you don't make any money. You lose more money than you make. But yeah, this is the DVD, one of the DVDs I was talking about. This is volume 2. It's the second one that we had. And what I'll do is when I start the stream to show you guys some clips from this, I'll put the description down in or the link down in the description if anybody wants to pick up a copy. But I think if you go to like CD Baby, you can just type in Dead Star Assembly and you'll see it. So this is the graphic on the CD. It's like skulls and wings and stuff. Like my singer actually designed stuff. He's an awesome graphic designer. And then on the inside, there's a bunch of pictures from the road. A bunch of like really cool stuff. Do any of you guys see yourselves in there? I don't even remember. That's funny. There's a picture right there of me and my singer and my drummer. Yeah, it's me, my singer, and my drummer, and we're sitting on the Easter Bunny's lap. We went to the mall one day to go buy stuff we needed for a show, and the Easter Bunny was there. So we took a picture with him and sat on his lap. I'm sure he enjoyed that a lot. I would be kind of... Okay, I thought about this a few times, and maybe you guys have too. You can tell me. Those guys who play Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny, do you think that they're into little kids? Like, to have a bunch of little kids sit on your lap like that? That's kind of weird. I don't know if I could do it. If somebody told me like, okay, go put on this bunny outfit, you're going to have a bunch of like 8-year-olds sitting on your lap, I would be like, I don't really feel too comfortable about that. So I don't know, man. I feel like those people probably have something off. I'm not sure. I don't know. I've never done anything like that before, and I don't really like kids, so I can't be the voice of reason on that, I guess. Like, I guess maybe if you really like kids in a more innocent way, where you just really enjoy being around kids and you want to have kids on your own or something like that. But I don't know, man. To have a bunch of little kids sitting on your lap all day, that's a little weird. So yeah, this was the one that I wanted to show. I have the first version too, but I don't know where that went. I might have to find a copy of it online. What are these? Let me see. Yeah, this was the newest one, Blame It on the Devil. And then here's Coat of Arms. And then I got the Unsaved CD. And the very first one, I think, is in here somewhere too. But the coolest thing ever, though, is my friend made me this. It's like my guitar, my custom BC Rich guitar that I have with the Widow with the Dead Star logo on it. And then she even did my tattoos and stuff. Look, that tattoo right there with the bat. Check this out. Look at that. Did a really good job of recreating that. And then even the necklace I used to wear, which was my guitar pick, it was like a skull guitar pick. And she got my tattoos on my fingers. It's really cool. It's all made out of clay. And then there was a patch that I used to have on my knee, on the pair of shorts I wore on stage, and she even put that on there. I've showed it to some of you guys before, but I know there's like a lot of new people on my channel now, so I figured I'd show it again. Mainly just trying to see if I can find that DVD, the first one. Because the first one had a bunch of Easter eggs on it that most people probably don't even know about. There's like a little trick that if you go to a certain place on the menu and then you hit like to the left where there's nothing, it starts like a whole new menu with a bunch of like backstage footage that was never shown before. A lot of people didn't even know about that though, so they skipped right through it. Yeah, I don't see it on here. I might have it somewhere else, like in the basement, in a box somewhere or something. I found my Game Boy, though. And this wasn't even Game Boy Color. This was the original Game Boy. Do you guys ever play with the Game Boy, or are you all too young for that? I had the colored ones, too. The ones that were, like, in a clear case, and I think it was a red one that I have here somewhere. I saw it. I don't know where it is though. I could have sworn it was up here with all this other stuff. Oh, and then I found all these other tapes too. Like, remember I showed you guys my Sony Mavica camera a while ago? I think it's still downstairs. I can show it again, but it took these CDs. Like, you actually put these CDs inside the camera. And I found them the other day, and there's a bunch of really crazy footage that's on some of these too. I just have to go through all of them. So in order for me to go through all this stuff, I'm going to have to attach my CD player to my computer again. Because I don't even have like a CD player on there right now. Or I could probably put the Xbox on too. I could probably attach the Xbox to one of my TVs and play it on that. I don't know if it'll play those file types, but we'll see. Yeah, that's not it. Anyway, I'll find the first DVD another time, but we can definitely at least see the second one. Oh wait, there's one more place it could be. I have this like spindle with a bunch of discs on it. I'll just check in there. You like Tetris? That was your favorite game? Yeah, I think on Game Boy everybody used to play Tetris all the time. That was like the biggest game on there. There's a bunch of local band CDs here too. Like when people gave me a bunch of local bands or people in local bands gave me their CDs while I was on tour. Hey look, here's the Birthday Massacre Violet CD. Birthday Massacre rocks. If you've never heard of them before, check them out. We toured with them a few times. Oh, here's 3 Ton Gate. Do you guys know who that is? Can somebody tell me who 3 Ton Gate is? I'll tell you who that is if you don't know. Don't Google it. That's not fair. There's Aiden, too, who ended up being William Control later. Bella Morte. That was a really good CD. Oh, here's one of my favorites. He's the DJ, I'm a Rapper, from DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Static X Exposed. I think there was like videos on that too that you can watch on your computer. No, it's not in here. this guy was looking for is not in there. Boo. Yeah, 3-ton gate is Scott's fan. It sucks that he died, man. It freaks me out so much because, like, I know, I gotta go to the doctor soon and get checked out too and make sure that my pancreas is all okay and all those problems I was having before. Because, like, it just really freaks me out that out of nowhere he was just like, yeah, he has cancer, and then he had to go get surgery and all this stuff, and none of it helped him. He ended up passing away anyway. Yeah, we toured with Birthday Massacre. Dude, just, Allison, go on my videos on my Dead Star Assembly playlist and watch some of the videos on there. I have a bunch of videos of them with us on tour. I have some really, really funny footage too on the DVD. I'll show you guys all that tonight when I play the DVD. You guys will see the Birthday Massacre because they're in there a few times. When we toured with them, we actually used a bunch of that footage to make the DVD. And Cell Dweller too was on that tour. I'm gonna have to gather a bunch of these guys up in a couple days so I can bring them to Whitney and my friend Emily, who owns the pet store that I went to the other day or yesterday, because you know, she sells them as food and stuff. But I can give her a bunch of breeding pairs because I have way too many in here, and there's way more than I can handle at the moment, and they're starting to get a little bit out of control. When I first put them in here, there was like a handful of them to where I could actually count them. Now I can't count them. There's thousands of them. And all my resin stuff, I'm going to have to get all this together so I can do these while we're watching the videos. I wish these darker ones came out better, man. I feel really crappy that they didn't come out as good as I wanted them to. But I know they're not horrible, but I wasn't 100% happy with the way they came out. What is that? Yeah, I don't know. I'll fix some of these though. Finish the rest of them up. We can start posting them online. I actually, like, surprisingly got a really good response on the resin stuff. Like, I thought people were really not going to care at all because it's not something that I normally do on my videos. It's just, I don't know, like, for some reason, the one resin video I did already has over 5,000 views on it. I had no idea that was going to get that much attention. I know 5,000 isn't a lot, but for a video like that on my channel that has nothing to do with stuff that I regularly post, it was kind of surprising that those did generally well in comparison. Carrie, you want a breeding pair? I don't know, we can talk about it later. Just hit me up privately and we'll figure out a way for me to get them to you. Because, I mean, whatever, like, if I ship them, probably 2-day or next day shipping is the best solution. I don't know how much that costs to your area. I'll have to see. It's probably not that expensive. It's going to be like $20 or less probably. Maybe around that. Maybe around $20 something for overnight or 2-day. And I'll ship it out on like a Monday or something, or a Tuesday, so that it doesn't sit in the mail over the weekend. Especially with the weather right now, it's like really, really hot out. So I might be able to get one of those like ice packages, one of those little ice packs, and like put it in there, unless we wait until like fall where it cools down a lot and it's not this hot summer heat. That way I can ship it knowing that they're going to get to there safely. And if you buy 2 of them as a breeding pair from me, I'll send you extras, because I know damn well that even if you have 2, like they take a while before you can get enough so you can start feeding them to your animals. So yeah, we'll talk about it later and we'll figure something out. Alex, you couldn't sleep, so you're coming back? That's cool. What time is it there? Is it really, really late? He's being patient. She's so silly. Oh, let me show you guys this door I was talking about. This is the door to the cemetery that I was talking about. So like if I open this door up, let me see. Luna will probably come running up here. Okay. Falcor, do not jump out my door. Yeah, see, this is supposed to be a balcony, but you see how it's falling in over there? It's all completely trashed. So, no, wait. My cat's about to jump out. Don't do that. You're not allowed to go out there. But yeah, anyway, so I found a... What is that? Is that a widow? It doesn't look like a... It's not a black widow. It doesn't look like a brown widow. What kind of spider is that? Do any of you guys know? Maybe it's like a type of widow. Come on, focus. Damn, it's 2:30 a.m. in Germany. I don't know what kind of spider that is. I definitely don't want to get bit by it though and find out the hard way. But yeah, I thought it would be cool to like set up a balcony out here once I fix this. I mean, obviously it's a mess right now. There's a bunch of leaves on it and stuff. But once it's all cleaned up and rebuilt so that I can actually walk out there, I think it would be really cool to put a little desk out here and maybe a little banister so the cat doesn't try to jump down or anything. And then we can just like hang out, and I could do a stream just sitting out here with that as my background. I'll probably clip this tree a bit too, so it's not like completely covering everything. But I think it would be really cool to have this door actually be functioning as opposed to just sitting here like doing nothing. Okay, I'm afraid to close this because I don't want to squish that spider. Oh, he moved. Okay. She moved, rather. So, yeah, I don't know. This one on this window here, I'm able to walk out. That's how I got that thing up there. Remember when I fixed the hole that the raccoon was trying to come in? I basically just drove my RV right up to my house so that I can jump from my RV roof onto this roof and cover that hole up where the raccoon was going. But yeah, I think it would be really cool though to have something outside this door that I could just like go hang out there and chill. You're having s'mores later tonight? S'mores are good. I think Luna's enjoying the weather outside. Okay, so here, you guys chill for a minute. I'm gonna put it here. I don't know if Falcor is gonna stay or not, but you guys can like watch him for a second. I'm gonna go to the bathroom again real quick, and then I'll go set all my stuff up downstairs, and I'll get started with the resin stuff, and we can go over that video if you want. funny. He's like standing right next to the camera, but just to the side of it. Falcor, can you talk? Falcor, can you talk? Are you going to talk for the camera? Everyone wants to hear you talk. He's like, not while everybody's watching me. Falcor, you look purple. And pink from the light. He's such a good cat. Are you gonna attack my hand just because I said you're a good cat? I saw that. I saw that incoming. I saw it. Ow. 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 Why are you biting me? Why are you biting me and scratching me? No, that spider is not a brown recluse. Why would you say that? That's not even what a brown recluse looks like. Come on. I know my bug's good enough to know what the deadly ones are. That's actually, that spider is actually the same exact shape as a black widow, but it's not a black widow. It's probably in the same family as a black widow. And it probably has a pretty annoying, nasty bite, to be honest. But it's definitely not a brown recluse. A brown recluse isn't the same body shape as a widow, and they have what looks like a violin on the top of their thorax. So if you don't see that violin, it's probably going to be like a huntsman spider or something like that. But they kind of look like a huntsman spider with the violin on the back. But they definitely don't look like widows. That's just what came to mind. So why are you saying that if you don't know that's what it is? Look them up. Look them up on Google and you'll see that's not what they look like. Okay, so real quick, before I turn off this stream, well, don't worry, I'm going to start the stream back over, but first, I'm going to fix... Ooh, wrong one. Wrong plug. Okay, I'm gonna do this fish tank real quick. I'm trying to figure out where I can put this. Maybe I can just move my chair out here. That way I have something to stand it on. Because I have to plug it in, otherwise the battery's going to die in a few minutes. Which is another reason why I don't want to be streaming on my phone all night, because I have to constantly worry about the battery. But if I move to my computer in a little bit, I don't have to worry about that. I know, Luna, I hear you. I will let you in a second. Hang on. Okay, battery's plugged in. You think I should kick the spider out? I'm not afraid of him. Or her. It's a female spider, actually. The males are much smaller than that. Okay, we're gonna put this here for a minute, just so that I can do this and you guys can watch. I'm just trying to get this to sit right so it doesn't fall over in the middle of me trying to work on this. Okay, that should be good. So Falcor jumped on the chair. Falcor, don't move the chair. I need it to point at the fish tank. And Luna, you are welcome to come back in. You coming in? Come on, come inside. Go, come on. Where are you going? Come in. Come on, come here. Come inside. Come all the way in. Come on, come. She's like, nah, I don't want you to not let me back out. Come on, come here. Come here. What are you afraid of? Come here, you little brat. You're good. Don't worry, if you want to go back out, I'll let you. You good? Yeah? Alright. I gotta clean this fish tank out. Hang on, actually, I'll grab my tablet so I can see what you guys are chatting about. Alright. Okay, don't fall, alright? Oh yeah, there's a pretty big delay on that, huh? Sorry, fish, I know you're gonna hate this, but just deal with it for a minute. No, Allison, I'm not gonna do that. If you're skipping forward, it's because you're backed up on the stream. You can actually hit the live button and then you'll go back to like where we are right now. It is on a little bit of a delay though, so anytime I do something, you don't see it for like another 8 to 10 seconds. So I do this about like once a week or once every 2 weeks pretty much. A lot of people don't realize it, but the filter doesn't actually do that great of a job cleaning the actual water. I mean, it takes out all of the debris out of the water and stuff, but it doesn't fully clean like all the ammonia and the pee and poop and stuff from the fish. So like every week to every 2 weeks, you're supposed to do a water change, and most people don't realize that, which is why their fish never stay alive, because the water gets just too dirty. Jessica, don't smoke cigarettes. Cigarettes are dumb. What I've been doing though is I'm dumping this water out in that little area out front where I wanted to set up like a little garden, because there's a lot of nutrients and stuff in this water that, even though it's considered dirty water, it's like a lot of really good nutrients for plants. And a bunch of people have always told me that on my videos and stuff, so ever since like a few years ago when I was first told that, I started throwing a lot of my emptied out fish water into the gardens or anywhere like that, because it really helps plant growth. There's a lot of beneficial bacteria in there too. Don't start with you. I'll start with you whenever I want. What are you going to do about it? Stop watching? No, just kidding. Don't do that. Ew, it's so dirty under these rocks. Bunch of fish poop. You guys see all of that coming up? I don't know if you're able to see it on there. All that gross stuff that's coming up with the water. No, Luna, don't drink that. It'll make you sick to your stomach. Hey, SZB, what's up? I'm just doing a quick water change on here, and then I'm going to switch over to my computer to stream from there. I was throwing some fertilizer water that I made from the Miracle-Gro stuff. You're supposed to mix it with water. And I was throwing it outside earlier, and Luna ran and put her head under it to try to drink it. And I had to yell at her. Because she just thinks whenever she sees water being poured out that it's supposed to be for her to drink. Oh, there's the loach. I see him, he's under here. I'll show you guys him in a minute. What are you doing when you're out outside? No, don't go. You almost got sucked up. They're so weird. Loaches are so weird. They're such weird fish. Like, look at this. I told you guys he was still alive. He just hides all the time. He just went back in there. You see his little head sticking out? They're actually really cool fish, but they kind of look like a snake when they're babies, and they just kind of like hang out. These guys are looking great, though. I'm really happy that they're still doing pretty good. She's got cataracts, though, on the other eyeball. You can kind of see it. Look, see the cataract? It's like that little white dot in the middle of her eye, which sucks. I hope it's not in pain or anything, but that's what their eyes are supposed to look like. It's supposed to be all black. It's not supposed to have that white dot in it. And here's the Placo. So yesterday I was going to show you a Beischer that they had at the pet shop that I want to put in here with them, because the Beischer is actually bigger than the biggest goldfish in here. He's actually a little bit longer than that big one. So it would be perfect to put him inside of this tank or a pond. You know, like I might just build a pond first. I have to see how much I can get you know those plastic bins that people make ponds out of? I'm going to see if I can just get one of those, because I don't want to make one out of tarp or anything. I want to make one out of an actual bin. But I have to find a large enough one, something that's bigger, way bigger than this. But yeah, let me finish doing this so these guys don't get mad, because I'm taking all the water out of their tank. Okay. Let me plug this back in. Falco, are you comfortable? Your Placo eats your fishy's eyes, then you should probably move the Placo or feed him better so he's not eating your fish. Trying to shake all this stuff out so I can clean up as much as I can. And then the other thing I usually do is take the filter out of there and rinse that off in this bucket as well. Let me dump this, and then there's a little bit more stuff I gotta vacuum up. Did I miss something you guys were asking me? Okay. Oh, Allison, you know how you're talking about how we should play a game? I found a new app that I can add to the chat when I'm on my computer, and there's a bunch of games that you guys can play that's oriented like around the chat. So I'll show you guys how all that stuff works when I set it up, but it might take me a few days to set it up because I've never used it before, so I just want to make sure I know all the settings. But and then you can do like song requests and stuff like that too. But if I turn that on, I'm gonna have to turn my monetization off so that I don't get flagged for copyright on like ads and stuff. But for the most part, you can actually like you'll be able to request songs to play or videos to play in the background and stuff all through the chat. I should get him a call. Are you talking about me? I definitely don't want a bird. Birds are annoying. My mom used to have a severe macaw, which are like the little green ones, and they're so annoying, man. They're constantly screaming. I would rather hear howling than a bird screaming any day. The loach is like laying on all this stuff. I just don't want to suck them up by accident. Move, loach. Come on. Go, go, go. No, it didn't make it. Now I gotta put my mouth on this. Ugh, that was gross. It didn't get in my mouth, but the air, like, I can kind of taste it in the air. It's really gross. Or what I can taste anyway. Alright, that's enough. Now I can put this stuff back. Hold on, Luna. I'm in the middle of doing something. Yeah, monkeys make really bad pets too. And like I said earlier, I don't really like little kids. Like, I don't want to have a baby, so having a monkey is like having a baby. But for 30 years. I definitely don't want a baby for 30 years. No, you can't drink this water. Go. Leave it. Okay, can I have a kiss? Good girl. Don't. You can't have this. No. Go. is with these parts of the filters, like, you don't want them to be completely clean. So that's why I rinse them off in this water, because it keeps some of the bacteria still on here. Because the bacteria is what helps to clean the water as much as it does. But you still got to do water changes. So you don't want to like completely scrub these clean and like get all of it spotlessly clean. You just want to kind of rinse it off. Because then the bacteria will keep breeding and growing more, and it'll keep, you know, trying to clean your water. No, let's drink that. I don't think that it's that she likes the dirty water. I think it's just because like the smell of it or whatever, it smells like there's probably something in it, so she wants to try to taste it and see what it is. But it's all gross and bacteria and stuff, so I can't let her drink it because it'll probably get her really sick. Alright, so since filling it's going to take a little bit, let me at least move this stuff over to the kitchen for a second. She did drink it. I didn't see her drinking it. I definitely wouldn't have let her drink it if so, but she can't drink a lot of it. If she drinks a little bit of it, it ain't gonna do anything. It's probably just as bad as like when I suck that water up with my mouth through the tube. I've had it go in my mouth before, which is really gross. I've learned since then not to do that, but I didn't get sick, and I swallowed a bunch of it by accident. It's just if you drink a lot of it, like if it, like drink a cup of it or something, yeah, you'd probably get really sick. But that's why I keep, you know, doing water changes and stuff and try to clean it as much as possible, so it'll be good. If I was an animal, what type of animal that I would be? I don't know, man. That's really tough. Animals have it really difficult. Just because, like, you know, they constantly have to worry about when their next meal is going to be and all that stuff. So I guess if I was an animal, I'd like to be an animal that was being taken care of by somebody, like, that knows how to take care of that animal. I mean, I like canines a lot. I like foxes. I like wolves, you know, dogs and all that. But I don't know if I would want to be one, though. Maybe something that has been undiscovered. Something that's like out in a forest somewhere that nobody knows and doesn't have like many predators. I would have to think about that one. You would like to be my animal? So you know that you're going to be taken care of? Yeah, I guess. That's what I mean. Like, I would rather be somebody's pet who was really good at taking care of their animals, because then I wouldn't have to worry about eating and having fun and playing and all that stuff. It would be a really easy life. Alright, this is the boring part where I'm just sitting here filling up water. I know it's not that fun. Did she go back upstairs? I think she did. You would be a tiger? Yeah, but tigers don't have it easy. A lot of people want to kill tigers. Some of this out. Excuse me, Luna. Excuse me. I have to add more water in here because it's actually kind of warm. It needs to be cold. That's another thing too. If you guys are refilling or doing water changes on your tank, you got to make sure, like, colder water is better for them than warm water. So definitely don't put warm water in a tank. You're gonna want to put like cold water, if anything, because they can deal with the shock of cold water way better than they can warm water. But, you know, obviously don't put in freezing water, but if you're putting in water that's around like 60 degrees, 70 degrees, it's not so bad, as long as it doesn't change a lot of the water. And, oh, with chlorine and stuff, it's not that big of a deal either. Like, I don't have to worry about this water with putting in any of those chlorine removers or any of that kind of stuff, because it's never affected my fish. But if you have really sensitive fish, something like discus or some of the other more sensitive species, you definitely want to be careful so that you don't mess up the water with any kind of chemicals or anything. But goldfish, those goldfish were just feeder goldfish that I rescued. I mean, I didn't rescue them, I bought them as food, but Scout didn't eat them, so I kept them as pets. And, you know, they're really okay with water inconsistencies. They don't really have that big of a problem with it, luckily. So I don't have to go out and buy a bunch of dechlorinator and all that stuff for the water. They can handle it. And, like, I'm not putting them in brand new water. Half the tank is still full of their old water, so it's not enough to really cause a problem for them. Trust me, if those fish could survive a week and a half of being inside of a bucket while I traveled across the country, they're definitely going to be okay with a little bit of a water change like this. But you know, like, if you have the stuff to put in the water, I would say just use it. But if you don't have it and you have goldfish or something like that, as long as you don't do too much of a water change, they'll be fine. So like 50% or above, like maybe do a quarter change or a little bit less or something, like you could do once a week, like a couple of gallons or something. It wouldn't be too much of a problem. And the water where I live isn't really bad either. I've tested it a few times and it's pretty good. Like, all the levels in it aren't way too high. Falcor, what are you doing? You're in the way. The only thing that I add to the water when I do is usually salt, which I'm going to get right now so that I can add that. All right, Allison, I'll see you later. What, you wanted to see Luna? Yeah, that's Luna. Come up here. See? That's Luna. Yeah, Falcor's fur is kind of in layers. That's why he has all those different tones to him. And you can kind of see him changing colors when the light hits him. It's because they all have kind of a different tone. See? Look, like when he's sitting, you see how over here is all white on his shoulders, and then the back looks darker? But as soon as that fur moves, it's really light colored, you see? So depending on how he's moving and stuff, you'll see different colors on him. No, SCB, you didn't miss anything. I'm just still filling up the fish tank. Oh, sorry that you saw the cat's butthole. That was his problem. I didn't know. I guess he went and walked in front of the camera. Falcor, why are you putting your butthole on cam? How do they get along? Because they grew up together, and I taught them that they shouldn't attack each other. It takes a lot of hard work, but that's all I do. Like, I don't have an actual day job, like a 9 to 5. Like, this is my day job, so I don't have to worry about it. Like, she'll pick on him and stuff like she's doing right now. Hey, can you leave him alone, please? Like, she picks on him, but she doesn't hurt him. Alright, next bucket that's going in, I'll add the salt. Alright, let me go throw some of this in there. So it says 1 tablespoon to each 5 gallons, and this is a 5-gallon bucket, but I never put in the amount that's for the tank. I always put in less. So if it says put in, you know, like, it said put in 5, I would only put in like 2 or 2.5. I never go full retard, just in case. So that's a 40-gallon tank, and right now I'm just putting in this bucket 15 gallons worth of salt. So I'm definitely not going to put in a whole 40 gallons worth. I always get too scared that that's going to cause problems, so I always do less than I'm supposed to. Little by little is better than just shocking them. Kitty, you want me to do a video of dares? What do you mean? You want me to do a bunch of dares that you guys want? Like, what kind of stuff would you dare me to do if I did a video like that? You love Tropic Thunder? Yeah, that was a good movie. It was pretty funny. What are you doing, Luna? Are you trying to pick on Falcor? The most boringest part of doing a water change is filling the bucket. Yeah, Kitty, I understand what you mean, but what kind of dares would you dare me? Like, if I told you I would do one dare right now, what would you dare me to do? Funny dares? But what's a funny dare? You're supposed to tell me one of the dares that you would have me do. Oh yeah, Gario, yeah, I remember seeing that comment, and I said, and I think I replied to you saying I totally would if I could. I don't think he'll ever come and hang out here though, for that to happen, so. And plus, Luna doesn't, like, she won't bite someone like that. She'll play fight, but, like, I'm not gonna tell her to go attack him. Alright, that's enough salt. So I put about like what would be for 15 to 20 gallons instead of doing the whole 40 gallons with salt. That'll be way safer for them, if anything. Ice Crystal, what kind of stuff do you do on your channel? I don't know what Falcor is doing. He just ran over there by the window. I think he's gonna try and climb up on my computer chair to see what's going on outside. Probably that bunny that keeps coming out here in front of everybody, out front, bothering everybody. Emily, how am I doing this Sunday? It's not Sunday. What are you talking about? Maybe it's Sunday for you. It's definitely not Sunday for me. But hey, if you're time traveling, hook it up. I got some stuff I need to take care of. You dare me to get a book, slap myself, and say F. Why is that funny? Come on, you can come up with something better than that. Alright, I think all I need is like one more bucket and I'll be done. Yeah, I'm still back in time, so... Oh wow, it's like 9 o'clock, so I guess it will be Sunday soon. I don't know, I lose track of time. I don't follow everybody else's time. I'm not on a schedule. I just do shit when I want to do it, for the most part. And plus, like, I was up last night until the sun, well, this morning. I was up until the sun came up this morning doing work on my computer, and then I couldn't fall asleep, so my days are all messed up. My time's all messed up. You want me to get a book, slap myself, and say Facebook? Why is that so funny? That's kind of silly, but it's not my style. And this is why I don't do a stream where I have to do dares that everybody tells me to. If I did do something like that, I would do it through TTS. Like, if you want to dare me to do something that I will do, like, you would have to do it through TTS. Because then at least I'm getting paid for it. But I'm not just going to do stupid stuff like that just to do it. It's just, it's not how I am. I'm not like one of those streamers that just do everything the chat says to just because, you know, but I definitely like having fun on stream, so I don't mind doing something like that if it was worth my while. Yeah, it's crazy. I've been streaming for like almost 3 hours. I haven't even really realized it. But yeah, I'm just changing the fish tank water right now, but I'm almost done, and then I'm gonna go sit at the computer and we'll do another stream. So when I'm done doing the fish tank stuff, I'm gonna clean up a couple things. I'll turn off the stream and I'll get everything ready. I'll bring all my resin stuff downstairs, so that way I can actually like sand everything down that needs to be done, you know? Hey Marie, what's going on? Yeah, I mean, it can be funny when somebody slaps themselves, but to me, it's not worth it. Like, that's just dumb. I don't want to just slap myself for no reason, just because somebody told me to. I'm not a sheep. I don't do that. Okay, I'll show you guys what the tank looks like in a second. Let me just clean off some of the water up here. What happened, Luna? You want to go back outside? Here, I'll let you out. Go ahead. So yeah, check it out. It's all nice and clear. Fish are all happy. Just gotta clean up some of the water and stuff off of here. Luna's fur and stuff and Falcor's fur all gets trapped up on the top of the tank where there's water and stuff, so I gotta make sure it's all clean, otherwise it gets really dusty and gross. Oh yeah, and I gotta put this back too so it's not floating around the tank. So what should I do with this tank once I end up building something else for the fish? Or I might even get like a bigger tank for them if I can find one for free online or something cheap. Like if somebody's getting rid of one on Craigslist or something like that, then I might go and get like a bigger tank for the fish instead of trying to build them a pond. But what do you think I should put in this tank once it's all empty? I could put some really cool bugs or a terrarium in here. Maybe even something else. I don't know. We'll see. I definitely want to do something else with this tank though, because I like the way it's set up. I think it's a really pretty tank. I actually got this for really cheap. These are really expensive normally when you go out and buy them, but I found this one on Craigslist. The guy sold it to me for like 100 to 120 bucks. And I think brand new, these tanks are like $400 or more because it's all acrylic. And you got to be really careful too, because acrylic scratches really easy. But as you can see, I've kept it really nice. It's like super clear. Oh, Mary, that sucks that they attacked the fish. That's why you got to have a lid on or something that they can't get to. If you have cats, you're supposed to protect the fish from the cats. Turtles? Nah, turtles are way too messy. They poop a lot. I had, if you go back on my channel, I had a snapping turtle and 2 yellow belly sliders, and unfortunately when I moved, my brother let them die instead of taking care of them like I asked him to. So I don't know if I want to get more turtles at this point. They're a lot of work. I want to get something that's easier so that when I go out of town and stuff, I don't have to worry about people like having to come watch all my animals and feed all of them and everything. Are you done outside? You want to come back in? Come in. All done. I got you. You want to fight? You want to fight? I'll beat you up. No! 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 I got you. I got you. I got you. Now what? I'll beat you with my towel nunchucks. You sound so mean. Can you let go of my towel? Let go. Let go. Let go for a second. No. No. She's locked it. She's locked on it. You're gonna rip my kitchen towel. She just ran off with it. You punk. That's my towel. Can I have it back? Can I have it? Hey, can I have that back? She's laying on it. She's like, you're not having it. Can I have my towel back? I got it. Haha, I got the towel back. Look how happy she is that she got it back. All right, Mary. I'll see you later. What are you doing? Can I have that back? Give it back. Give it back. Give it back. Give it back. Can I have it back? Hi Ben, what's up? I'm fighting with my wolf dog. Play fighting. Look, she got my paper towel roll the other day. I came home and she made a huge mess. Are you good? She's like, it's mine's. Okay, here, you can have your pillow back. Okay, I'm gonna put this towel back now that it's all dirty. She's funny when she gets all aggro like that. She's playing with me, getting all crazy. Alright, put the salt back. You want Luna to rip the towel? She grabbed one of my towels the other day outside. I was playing with her like that, and she ended up tearing it to shreds. It's actually one of her towels, not my towel, but still. It counts, right? Okay, now I have no idea. What should I eat for dinner? I don't even know. I don't have much. I can make a sweet grilled cheese, but I don't have any mushrooms to throw in it, or spinach. I usually, like, if I make a grilled cheese, I want to throw some mushrooms in it. I don't have any right now. I think I'm going to grow some of my own. Maybe I'll do that in the zombie room. Like, we'll set up, like, a cool little pond down there for the fish, and then I'll also use it as, like, a little room where I can grow some vegetables and stuff. That would be kind of cool. I wonder if there's like a way, like I can put a window in there that could get maybe a window through the top part, like with really, really thick plexi that won't break through. That way when the sun comes over it, it'll actually go down and like be on the pond and on the plants and everything. I have all these ideas. I'm broke as fuck, so I can't do them yet. But one day you'll see. If I can keep my channel going up the way that it's been going up lately, I'll be able to redo this whole house with no problem. You got some shrooms, Caitlin? Send them to me. I'll cook with them. You can make a shroom pizza. Shroom... okay, so here it is. I got the idea. I can be like the white Bubba Gump, except instead of with shrimp, I can make everything with mushrooms. Oh yeah, didn't you pick up mushrooms today? You got shiitakes? Is that what you got from the farmer's market? I remember you were telling me earlier, or I saw something that you posted. You put pickles in your grilled cheese? I don't really like pickles. I can eat them on their own when they're fresh and like I like some like homemade pickles and stuff, but I don't really like when you go to McDonald's and you get a burger or something like that. I used to hate the pickles in there. Like I would always pull them out. They're like those weird slimy green see-through booger looking pickles. I don't know. I don't like those. But I can make fried pickles, and those are really good. Where you just like bread them, throw them in the fryer, and then you can make a mix of like ketchup and mayo. And what is that called? What's the mix called when you do ketchup and mayo? There's a name for it, right? But anyway, I usually do that, and then I eat the pickles like that. It's probably really bad for you, right? To eat fried food like that. I haven't made them in a long time, but I made some of them for Kaden like a year ago or so, and she had them. She liked them. Not almost a year ago, maybe. Let's see, what else? Oh, you're getting ready to grow your own shiitakes. I see. Yeah, I had a bunch of different kinds of mushrooms that I've never tried before. Basically what I did was I signed up to Blue Apron for a while. So I got like all these recipes and different types of meals that I wouldn't normally make for myself. So it kind of taught me to make new things that I'm not used to cooking with. So I got like all these different ingredients that I had never used in my entire life and started cooking with them and realized how awesome that is. Because there's like so many good foods out there that you've probably never even tried.
just because it looks weird. Like when you go to the grocery store and you see all those weird mushrooms, you wouldn't even know like what to do with them half the time. But because I got all those recipes, I was like, let me try it out. Let's see how it is. And it actually got me more into cooking, to be honest. Like I cooked really good before, but I always used to cook like the same kind of stuff all the time because that's what I felt comfortable cooking. But when I started doing the whole Blue Apron thing, it was pretty awesome because I just learned a lot more about cooking. And the same thing, what's the other one? Is it HelloFresh? There's a couple of them, right? A couple of services like that are pretty good. The light heat you look, what? Wait, that doesn't make any sense. The light heat you look at, you have not slept for months. Why, Dro? I don't understand that question. Yeah, that room is a small, damp room for sure. The temperatures do vary in there, like, you know, during the day. It can get pretty warm, but it doesn't really get hot in there. It stays pretty cool because it's all concrete, and all around that concrete is dirt. Like I'm underground, so everything is just dirt around there. So it keeps it nice and what's it called? Insulated. Yeah, it keeps it insulated, so you don't have to worry about like too much drastic temperature changes. But during the winter, it gets really cold down there. Like it gets cold enough to where like I have to put on a jacket to go down there. And I guess when the ghosts are there, it gets pretty cold too. Aren't they supposed to draw heat from a room and make it really cold? You used to do greens only in smoothies? Yeah, that's actually not really that good for you to just drink smoothies all day. I know a lot of people who think that like, oh, I would just drink a smoothie and it's a meal replacement and all this stuff. It's actually really not that great. Like when you blend up fruits, they actually react in your body different than when you just eat them whole. So it's better to just eat raw fruits than it is to like blend them all in a blender and try to drink them. I don't know the whole science behind it, but I would say just look it up and you can learn more about it. But that's what I read anyway. So it's always better to like eat the actual greens and the actual fruits instead of just mixing it all up or cooking it or any of that. Canadian weather got really hot right now. Yeah, everybody's been complaining about it being like a really hot summer lately. It hasn't really been too bad here. I mean, it gets pretty warm during the day, but it's been raining a bunch, so it cools it down too. And at nighttime, it gets cool. See, that's the thing I hated about Florida like a lot, was Florida, it's just always hot and humid. There's nothing else. It's just hot and humid all the fucking time, and I hated it. You make your own homemade slushies? I need to get one of those machines to make my own slushies too. You know the ones that you can make like cone slushies out of? And the machines that you can... And then there's just like those pouring over things that you pour over the ice, right? Why are you blurry? Fix it. There we go. I think that's better. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do, so I'm not just sitting here like just talking and being boring on camera, I'm going to get off this stream really quick for a little bit, and then I'm going to set up all my resin stuff down here so that I can sit there sanding them and working on them while we watch the videos and stuff, and I don't know, I can also do gaming streams from there and other stuff, and the quality will probably look a little bit better as well because I'll be using my good camera. So I'll be back in a little bit. I'm going to make sure the animals are all fed and that Luna's all laid down and taken care of, and I'll come back in a little bit and then we'll do the other stream. But thank you guys for hanging out for 3 hours. Jesus Christ, I can't believe 3 hours went by so quick. I'll get back on in a little bit though, but I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye.